Promowave Session.
All right, welcome to Promowave Session. We'll give you the best of entertainment, gist, and lifestyle. I'm on our host, Kelly Omogade, aka Promowave. I deal with one voltage king today because we'll talk all about tech and blogging. Because in our voltage king, because why I had to call him because now waiting in day on this platform today. So, Israel Johnson, aka Hot Niger Latest. So, welcome to the program. So, I know say you're into tech and blogging. I want to make people know and understand which really tech and blogging be all about. Because you, on the other hand, you don't really win many awards. You understand the hair, which I've seen. You understand? So I want to make you let people
Thank you very much, Promowave, for this opportunity. Make I shake you again.
know.
This is an amazing opportunity, and I would say this is my first time accepting an open broadcast. And
Confirm.
I'm actually doing this not just because of me alone, but for those that are coming up out there. And the particular topic we're going to be discussing about, checking it that I seem it well to come on here to really talk about it, to ensure that a lot of persons get one or two information regarding that aspect. Now, this tech of a thing is tech is the short word for technology,
Technology, yeah.
and technology is the application of scientific knowledge, and we need to apply it into necessary purpose. If there's no purpose in terms of technology, then you have nothing to deliver to the world. And being a tech guru, you need to have a dream, you need to have a purpose. I guess maybe at the course of this interview, I will tell you a little brief history about myself and how
Sure.
I come up with this. So, tech is a broad knowledge that helps to really implement the activities of whatever you are doing and the sources of whatever you are doing as well.
Okay.
Tech don't just come up on here just like that. It comes up with purpose.
Okay.
And by the grace of God, to some high tech engineers, they have been able to ensure that they give proper knowledge to end users to ensure that they benefit from this
Market.
technology which they have.
Okay.
And that's the reason why you get to find out that Facebook pays, YouTube pays, and so on. They want to involve people into tech because technology is very, very powerful beyond our imagination. And inside tech, that is where YouTube came out from, blogging came out from, and so on and so forth. Yeah, so I'll be talking on blogging now. The the father of blogging is technology. Yes, you
Sure, sure,
understand. So if
yeah.
you don't really get this, you won't understand everything properly or rather
Mm.
generally,
Okay.
because technology is the father, general father of every other social media
Mm.
outcome.
Okay.
And when it comes to blogging, is also the father of blogging as well. So blogging is kind of, should I say, it's networking.
Okay.
That is one thing about blogging. Blogging is networking, and blogging is an avenue for dissemination of information. For example, whenever a particular news comes up, either entertainment and politics, metro, fashion, you can name it, blogs actually helps to disseminate a lot of news, to take news far, to take every necessary information very, very far.
Okay.
And I know very well Nigerians, many Nigerians, they use bloggers. A
Because
lot
they
of
feel
them.
say they feel that bloggers carry fake news and the
Yes.
other things they believe that they are always involved in personal lifestyle.
No, see, the truth is this. there are different bloggers actually, and these different bloggers that we have, they have different sense of humor. We have bloggers that want to keep their integrity safe.
Okay.
When they see news that are fake, they knows. When they see news that are real, they prefer not to publish and remain blunt than to run publication for something that will destroy their names.
Yeah. One, sorry to cut you short. I feel that one thing you're saying about, maybe you're talking on your own personal self
Okay?
esteem on your own, because some bloggers are, they just feel like once anything called traffic that
Yes.
we bring on their blog, they will
Yes,
just want to just go into,
that's true.
like any news that they'll just see, maybe if they just see, this one your kid, this one, oh, this one, oh, you're bring, stuff like that. They just feel that what, that's why many bloggers has a lot of traffic. Some people do not know them, but they just love that traffic because they want people to go there for engagement. Like
Yes,
what you're saying now is just about, you are saying for your self-respect, because you believe that you try to read you, maybe you see stuff, you just want to say, okay, you want to understand if this story is true or not before you go into your own write-up on your own writing, and you see that, oh, okay, this thing is not clear, oh, all right, okay, no need for you to blog. But if it's clear, you're all right with it.
yes, that's true. Because when I started blogging, I actually had the intention of having what will make people believe in whatever I'm doing.
Yeah.
There are some bloggers that when you go to their site, they they believe whatever you are releasing
Mm.
to be true.
Yeah.
While there are some, they have to calculate,
Calculate.
like,
Yeah.
are you sure what this person is releasing is
Yeah.
true?
Yeah.
I don't want to
Names.
mention names.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there are some popular bloggers out there which their names are just there, just to get one or two rumors, true or not true. People
Yeah.
just want to view and just
Yeah. Yeah.
While there are some that people want to get that proper information from.
That's why I always say,
Yes,
all those bloggers, like all those bloggers you are saying, the other one, the one that is not calculative,
yes,
they are just blog anyhow, because they don't know they do have some followers.
yes,
You understand? Because they just do some misinformations.
that's
They
true.
don't go into details for them to realize that they have people watching or going through their site or going to any of their social media platform for them to just see what they want to see. Like, oh, maybe like what I just said now, like all the news that is spreading for the past weeks right now. There are some that we just go like me, maybe for example, just going, let me just go, I look on this blog, okay, I'll go outside and say, oh, see what really happened, stuff like that started causing argument when you don't really know the actual story to these things. So because that's why when you see a specific blogger that post, try to analyze. I'm just only saying with the all like experience, in the sense that I have passed through those aspects, So, but I'm in the sense that that's why I had to call you for you to elaborate more, because you're in the game, in the sense that.
All right. There's something I want us to really understand. I want the public to really understand this very, very well. You see, there are some persons that their destiny is majorly placed on social media influencing,
Yeah.
and the moment they start going far, they believe they have this ability or capacity because of the followers they have to become a blogger, not knowing that there are differences between blogger and social media influencer. Social media influencer don't really think before they run one or two publications. They just believe they want to entertain.
Okay.
Why bloggers think first before they go into the public, because they want the public to
To
get
know.
proper information. And for me, I believe most of these persons that pass wrong informations to the public are people who thinks they are bloggers. They just want to tell the public that, this my name is good, oh, please follow me, I have this good name and the rest, you get. So I'm making name already,
Hmm.
so please, any information I'm giving to you,
Yeah.
There are some of these social media influencers, they edit some certain videos, then
Mm.
release on air that I'm a blogger, see this and that, you get. So follow me if you want to get more news
More
and the
news on the
rest.
rest.
So
Yeah.
most of those persons, they are not really bloggers actually.
Okay.
They are just social media influencers. They just need one or two profits from whatever they are dishing out.
Getting.
But as a real blogger, you don't look into your profits. You look into the persons that are receiving some certain information, because an information can either make or break.
Okay.
Yes, there are
Mm.
some persons that some social media influencers has really broken down.
Okay.
Not just that they had the intention to, but I guess because of did I say because they want to make name for themselves,
Mm.
or because they want to impress their
Other people. Yes.
followers. So they just decide to give one or two informations which
Yeah.
is not really right,
Mm.
and that is really really bad. It's not
Yeah.
really cool at all.
Because
Yes,
one thing is just that what when you're saying something now, because now you say that a lot of people like all the social media people or influencers, once they are try to engage with their followers, they feel they are
they are
bloggers.
bloggers. Yes,
But right now, I want to know one thing in the sense that because there is a specific thing that I need to understand. Not that I don't know, but I just want to understand from your own opinion.
all right,
Yeah, because what about journalists right now? There
okay,
are journalists and bloggers. Are they the same aspect? Because I feel journalists, in from my own opinions right now, I would just put like journalists go into details, go into extremely minds. Why from bloggers? Bloggers they go in, they do go in. You understand? In the sense that when they have the 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 momentum to go in for that, but they just feel in the sense that bloggers sit more, but journalists go in more. So what do you think
okay.
about that?
um for that of journalists and bloggers, I respect journalists a lot, because there's one the particular respect I give to journalists is that they go into the field, get some certain
Details,
details
details,
and
yeah.
informations, while bloggers wait to get informations they
From
send to them. And where the difficulty comes from bloggers is whenever they get some certain information, they want to really get details about that information, because they are not in the field. So they want to make one
no,
or two calls to ensure they
so
get
if it's
that
right
information,
or
if it's
yeah,
right or not. But one thing I must tell you is that bloggers and journalists, the both of them are actually in a very high risk in terms of information. So in terms of these journalists and bloggers, bloggers don't really go into the feed, while journalists goes into the feed to get information they send back to bloggers. But I would say the both of them are at risk, because whosoever is running a blog publication, people believes they are actually part of those that got the proper information before the release, either right or wrong.
wrong, yeah.
And there are some of recent bloggers normally goes into the feed. Like for me, there are some certain places I go to, that I go into the field to get my proper information, because there are some journalists that are being bribed this
Yeah.
period to disseminate some
So
wrong
your information,
informations, you
yeah.
get. So what we do is, if maybe we discover okay, not maybe, of recent, I think last 2 years, last year to this year, we began to find out that some certain informations we are releasing, people says they are wrong, and journalists release information to us. So we begin to think about all of this, or not until we start going into the field. So most of the times we go into the field to get that proper information
Mm.
before release on our blog sites, on social media, for people to know more about what is happening.
Yeah.
You get, because if we don't release what's right, at the end of the day, we might not know what we're causing in the mind or in the life of some certain persons.
Yeah.
Just imagine in a case of, okay, in a murder case, for example, and the person that really murdered someone paid off a journalist that this
The case will not be going
yes,
out or
so
anything.
please pass this the
Information.
information that it wasn't really me, it was this particular person.
Mm.
If you have the information, please delete it, I'll pay you
Yeah,
off.
oh, yeah.
Then the information given to bloggers will now be this one and so person name
Yeah,
this
this
and
is
that
okay.
that
Yeah.
release. Yeah, so at the end of the day, we would now release an information that will cause trauma
So yeah,
to
the other
another
person.
person you get. So as a result of that, it's not really creating that good avenue.
Okay.
So that's the reason why of recent we bloggers, for me on my site, I don't really want people to just give me some wrong information. Not if it's the information I know very well that yes, this information is right, then I can go ahead. But if I'm not too certain about the information, I try as much as possible to either not to publish or try to walk into the scene to get more information about that.
So, but one thing is just that I feel what you just said because in the sense that you said that journalists are more into the field, despite right now because of the present situation that they are they are more bribe easily to bribe in the sense that stuff like that. Yeah, yeah, it's easy for that. So, but right now, let's go back to more of the tech and little about the blogging. But right now, I know there's an advantage and there also is a disadvantage. I know you speak a little bit about the advantage and the disadvantage. I want you to dive in more about the advantage right now on people right now to see it like right now. Okay, fine. I know like a lot of people now. First, why I'm going right in the sense that a lot of people do not know about tech. A lot of people don't know about blogging that they can make a result out of it. You understand me? So because some people, I know you, despite now, you have received a numerous award about it, and people do not know about that. You know, say even let me just put a shocker, a table shaker, like our Brandon Dumari say or always say is that nobody know when eventually we won like 2 award or
Oh
three
yeah, it's
award
true.
on last 3 months or last three, so on tech and blogging it was this same stuff that you want, stuff like that. So people do not know, so please just explain more about that.
All right. Thank you very much for this particular aspect. For for technology, like I said, technology is general. If not for technology, I don't think we'll get to know more about what's happening within or around the world.
All right, that's true.
And technology has really helped to increase the advancement of knowledge. And like I said, uh, this technology is the application of scientific knowledge. You get me? So
Okay.
if you have practical
Illustration.
practical
uh,
purpose. So if you don't have this proper scientific knowledge, if you are given a device, see, let me make this understanding more proper. Technology has to do with science itself. Device is an avenue to explore the science itself.
all
You understand me?
right.
If there is no devices, it wouldn't push out the real original reality of technology.
Okay.
That's the reason why phone, tab, laptops is being passed around so we can actually make proper practice. It will check my definition now
Hmm.
of technology.
Technologies
It will tell you the practical purpose
of it.
of scientific
Technical
knowledge.
knowledge.
So that scientific knowledge that you have, you'll be able to understand that through your device on practical purposes. And let me explain that practical purposes to you. Everybody has these one or two devices, and with time we began to understand that there are some certain things we never knew or understood we could do with this your device. I do tell people here in Nigeria that we only have um, we are only using 30% of our devices before it got spoiled. If we could use over 60% to 70% of our devices, I believe we would make more advancement in technology than we are actually doing right now. Like for your phone, your phone right now could be just for watching on videos and so
Movies
on,
and the rest.
movies, and just go on Facebook, look at stuff and so on, just for you. But that same person, another person can have that same device,
Transformation.
and that same person might be making a lot of
Money.
millions with that same device that you are having.
Sure.
But just that they don't have that practical knowledge, that
Hmm.
scientific knowledge. If they are having that scientific knowledge and make more practical purpose with their devices, which would help them to make use of their technology, I think they'll be able to make more money, or rather more interest on whatever they are doing. But
Yeah.
at first, science made us understand that before we could make good profit from whatever we are doing, we need to understand and have a purpose of the usage of our technology.
Okay.
If you don't have a purpose, a practical purpose of the uses of your technology, it would be very difficult for you to understand how to make that your device a good profit to you. You understand me?
Yeah.
So the major thing right now is, if you are having a device, have also try as much as possible to get scientific knowledge. Then with time you begin to understand your practical purpose of
Okay.
making use of that particular device.
Hmm.
Then once you are having that, before you know it, you begin to make wave in whatever you are doing. It was through this practical knowledge of technology I discovered my purpose, my practical purpose, and my practical purpose has to fall into blogging. So I discovered and learned more on my
Okay.
scientific knowledge
Certificate.
on my practical purpose, which is the blogging. That was how I was able to key into this blogging aspect of
Aspects.
it, and then move forward in terms of understanding and making good use and proper profit from my blogging. Yeah.
Now you have. Let me just tell you right now, in the sense that you have tried to key in on the technology aspect, in the sense that now you say it's the scientific stuff that you put in for you to come into blogging, right? Now, how should you just elaborate more? Because if you say scientific, now for me, I would say for my own interpretation on blogging,
Yes.
I would say it's the information given out.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
don't know about you.
Yes.
I would say is the information given out to people out there to read or to see or to
Yes.
get, or is whether it's good or wrong or
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
That's why I said that there are a lot of people going into blogging. They do not understand the work of blogging.
Blogging, yes.
They do not. It's like me influencing you or influencing your mentality on what news is you see out there. That's why somehow in the last statement you made, in the sense that journalists go out more than blogging. And also, the only thing you gave out just now was the disadvantage about journalists, in the sense that they have more bribe, they can debunk any messages, they cannot give any misuse, like all those information that really needed to the viewers to see, to know. You understand?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
but they don't do. But if it's a blogger, I feel, for me, I can say blogger can still do the same thing, in the sense that if people are greedy, for
Yeah.
money. But if you are actually a person that, like you now, for example, like you now, is being specified that you want to keep your dignity, you just want to keep
Integrity.
your integrity, your everything about you. You don't want it to be anyhow. You understand? So you just want a specific stuff. You won't take that stuff. But if there are some other blockers, that will you.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
only know about yourself.
That's true.
You
All right.
understand?
Thank you very much for this. This would actually make me talk about how I started and why it's
Mm.
actually so. Before I started blogging, I was trying to understand my purpose, why my intention has always been carrying device, trying to make research and the rest of it. And I actually get to find that there was a day. Let me give you a brief history. There was a day, a guy, he was actually making use of there's what we call blogspot. Yes, he was making use of blogspot.
Yeah, yeah.
Blogspot is not really real
18.
blogging.
Yeah.
I won't say because that doesn't actually give a
It
proper.
feels that you are still on the
You are,
underground.
yeah, still on the ground because
You
you're bearing another company's name.
yeah.
Yes, so he talked about his
Block
blog.
source.
Like, he talked about his blog. I checked, it was Blogspot. So I was like, wow. But I decided to check other bloggers. There's these people that are really good in blog. There's not like Blogspot
Hmm.
there.
They go into the com.
Yes, but on the long run, although then I wasn't really financially okay
Yeah.
because I I haven't really made to some extent. Yes, that's the honest truth. So I was still doing this. In Benin here they call it in Benin they call it legbuke. Yes, bricklaying work. I was still into trying to do servicing, clearing of
Hmm.
people's farm,
Hmm.
trying to sort out how to get one or two
Progress.
funds. Yes,
That's
so
progress.
that's progress. So I thought about it like, I want to start with this. I love because it's the moment I heard about it, I just kind of feel that it is a part of my life. I think I need to key
Yeah,
into
that
this.
that's kind of a passion.
Yes, and I discover it's my purpose.
Hmm.
That's the reason why I'm
God's
here.
calling.
You get
God's calling. That's it's like God's
God's
calling.
calling.
You
So
want to preach the gospel.
exactly. So of a true, I spent over because I don't have the money. I spent um throughout the night. That day I spent throughout the night. I was crying. I was
About
praying.
the crowd.
Yes, na man dey cry o. When it comes to purpose, man dey cry. Na so I
uh,
thought about it and I actually cried, like, because I thought generally that I don't have what it takes to really become a blogger.
hmm,
And if we talk about the financial aspect of it, I don't really have that. So I had to, after then, some knowledge started coming in
have to build up.
how to start up. So with time, I started gathering money. I did teaching, did the bricklaying work. I gathered a lot, cleared people's farm. I started offloading goods
Hmm.
coming from different states
Faith to achieve
just
what
to
you want.
achieve. Yeah, so I actually thought like if I should just gather money and just start this stuff. I believe with my research, I will still have to fall back. I might not have time for this blogging. So I decided to start a mini business, which is this roadside gas filling, as a filling
Okay.
of gas, this
Wow.
roadside. So I was like, if I can start that, it can start giving me some finances to
Yeah.
renew my blog site and so on and so forth. So I decided like I want to key into directly to the
Hmm.
main blog itself. So I worked on that. I was actually using .com before. Even despite my business, there's always rise and fall in business.
No,
So
sure.
at my fall, I couldn't meet up.
Yeah.
So I lost my site. I started from .ng
Okay.
again. So I told myself from this .ng,
You won't go
I'm
back.
not going back. I would continue in this .ng. And by the grace of God, the moment I started from .ng, using the profit I was having from my little business,
Yeah.
I began the year I started out .ng, I began to receive lots of awards. I think that year I received two different awards, and from then almost every year, I won't say every year, but almost every year, I was actually receiving awards. But there are some awards they call me for which I don't go,
Okay.
because I don't want pride to get into me.
Yeah.
I want to be very, very
Really
low.
active.
Yes,
Active.
because I know bloggers they have a lot of pride.
Pride.
Yes,
Yeah.
so I don't
Sure.
want that to get into me. I believe in trying
Meet up.
to feed the people,
Yeah. Get to know the
focus on my
people.
purpose.
People. Yeah.
Yes, so that
Because you,
was
one thing I see,
mm,
sorry to cut you short. Right,
yes,
what thing I say about say, even if you had the pride, one thing is just that learn to control your pride and also try to meet with the people,
yes,
because people do. Once you meet people, there's a lot of people do not know about maybe your blog or anything. You when you meet people, people will nick him more about I do run a blog spot, I don't own this, I don't not even a blog spot, I'm just gonna put it as I don't own a blog, I don't own this, I don't own a website. Like people will like, oh, what's your name of your blog? And they're going to that. They're like, oh, okay, they start following. It's not just because of anything. If you have a if you have a pride or anything, I feel if you are trying to make a connection, people will not nick him. You understand? I
true,
just feel right now these days, for me, in my own opinion, I'm just gonna say it's just that I feel when you are making a certain charisma of yourself, you're building yourself, you're trying to get yourself, you have to get you have to remove a certain aspect.
yes, true,
You understand? You just
very
have
true,
to remove a certain aspect. You want to make people to know you. You want to make people to feel you, what you are bringing to the people also. You have to lay low, because when they see you out there, they'll say, oh, this person, no, 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 it's not. They will be the ones defending you.
true,
You
very true.
understand?
Yeah,
Because a lot of people, there are some ones they don't have the little currency, as I'll put it like that. There are ones they don't have the little currency. They'll just say, "Ah," they'll just be forming one kind of
yeah,
activity
true.
that you feel like kind of disgusting. So that's why I'm just like sorry, like I said, to cut you short, because I feel that it's something that I just have to pour it out.
Yeah, yes, of a true, what you said was actually right. It's actually right, not was. It's actually right because you know, not even the money alone. There are stages. Some persons, let me say humans. Some
Mm,
humans get to. They believe there are some people they don't have to communicate with. But let me tell you the truth is they are very wrong. Do you know why? Because knowledge doesn't end.
mm. It's a continuation
The
stuff.
continuation stuff from the streets where you feel these persons you're having pride against. From the streets, you can get knowledge that will boost your career to the next level. I learn a lot from people. Sometimes I watch children do some certain things and I learn from them.
Sure.
Sometimes I throw out some words out and some person speaks. I learn some certain things from them as well. So it's just like a general life which everyone needs to learn. Everyone needs to know. Everyone just there is no benefit or rather profits from pride. There is no benefit, there is no profit. The best thing is lay low, learn, understand, and then act.
Mm,
That is what would really help us to grow. And for all bloggers out there, I would really want to make them understand that anything that have to do with pride doesn't take us anywhere. There are bloggers I'm higher than, but they have more pride than I am.
yeah.
For me, I don't think pride is something I would give a space to get into me. But I just want to treat everyone the same
Cordially.
because
Mm,
we are all humans. So I want everyone to play
I love
according
it.
to how life brings
Is
us here.
yeah.
So that's one thing I just want to say regarding that.
Mm.
And for those that are coming up, you've heard my story. There are stories that are even worse than that, but yes, there are stories worse than that. That's the
Sure.
truth. Yes, and there are stories not even up to that.
Mm,
So no matter the stage where you are right now, I believe that you can actually attain. My mother, my mom, and my sis, my elder sister,
Yeah.
they were actually discouraging me from doing blog. Like,
Blogging.
you are spending money, spending money,
Mm.
spending money, but
You are not seeing the
you're not seeing the
results.
result. Why not stop this and think what you
Focus
can do?
on
I said to
maybe
myself, I told her, I said, please stop saying that, because right now I don't think there's any other thing I can do
mm,
right now, because I've discovered this is my life, this is my purpose. It was when they started seeing the
numerous technology,
reality
yeah, stuff.
of what,
What
how
you are
far the
bringing.
connection and the radio,
Ah.
like, wow, thank God. My mom had to call me that I was part of those that told you to stop. Yes, so I was part of those.
Ah, that's really
Yes.
really funny.
They said I was part of those that told you to stop,
Eh,
but at this point,
eh.
my son, please continue. So it was like a funny stuff to me, but
Yeah.
I understood that yes, not every word that comes from a mother, every discouragement that comes
Mm,
from parents, that you as a son or as a daughter
mm,
has to take. The major thing is when you understand your purpose. That's the reason why in technology they have to put that definition
question, yeah.
there. You have to understand your purpose.
Mm,
Once you understand your purpose, no matter what,
mm,
no matter the discouragement, whatever you're having,
yeah.
you would have your target, and that target would remain. Like for me, I've had a lot of threats, a lot of criticism.
Mm,
Like sometimes if I have some criticism, I don't post, but sometimes I just like let me release on air so
yeah.
that people will understand that
Yeah.
everything is not just on roses.
Roses, yeah.
You just need to understand that sometimes I face my difficulties, sometimes I try to
Try to
create my own
manage
joy and
it.
happiness,
Mm,
but I just want to ensure that I'm always happy at all
all the
time.
time.
But no matter what, stand your ground on your purpose, try to create your happiness and hit your purpose. And
Mm,
before you know it, you're already at the peak.
well, so to my viewers out there, we just have to cut a little short of this conversation right now. So, Hot Nigeria latest, aka I won't say aka because Johnson Israel. So thank you for coming.
Thank you
But
very much.
before you, I have to let you go.
Yes.
Um, there are a lot of people who would just like to maybe check on you on the social media platform or anything. I would just like you to elaborate on. I know you are not, you me and you know that you are a private kind of a person, but if you feel like you can also.
All right. Like what I normally do, like what I do is I want people to communicate with me directly to my purpose. Yes.
Not any
Then
other thing.
not any other thing, because there's a reason why.
Hmm,
There's a reason why. And when it comes to celebrity kind of life, we try as much as possible to secure ourselves and protect ourselves
tough.
from
Yes.
pressures,
Yes, and depressions and everything.
depression and the rest. So what I would like to say is for my social media handle, you can search on www. That is my blog site,
NG.
www.hotnigerialatest.ng dot n just hotnigerialatest.ng, no dot com.
Okay. Not
Then because you know I have dot com before, so I'm not using dot
okay.
ng. Then for my Instagram and my Facebook, my Twitter, hotnigerialatest.ng. The ng is always big letter N and G. That is on my Facebook and on my Instagram. And I know a lot of persons are trying to create other
So
Facebook
Facebook,
stuff just to manipulate my
personate
name and
you,
the rest.
yeah.
Yeah, so
No.
that is my personal handle. If you want to communicate, just communicate with me through that list. But for my personal one, I do with my friends.
You keep it private.
Yeah,
So right
but
now,
with time,
wait.
actually, with time, I will
Right now we
definitely bring
just
it out.
right. One thing just like we just have to. All right. Special thanks to my sponsor on this, Template Nighters of K oneself and Hot Nigeria Latest for coming through, and Debbie for the delicious meal you brought, and also Maggie. I will never forget you. Uh, Thank you for coming, also for sponsoring my show, and also, and I've been a host, Kelly Omoge, aka Promowave. All right.
And I'm
Peace
hot
out.
Nigeria latest to the NG.
Me for online,
Yeah.
saying you like me, all those kind of